So where'd we find ourselves this time around? I don't know. Guess you'll have to stay tuned and check it out.
Right, follow along.
So an impromptu trip has brought us to a different body of water. This one's not so salty. So we decided to take a trip to northern Michigan up to Sleeping Bear National Scenic Lake Shore. Scenic Lake Shore. Absolutely beautiful up here.
If you've not been here, it should definitely be on your list.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, there's quite a few places to hike, places to go see the water, dunes to climb, a little bit of everything. Let's go paddleboarding.
In the big water.
Yeah. I had fun, you? Man, that's tough. Those waves are no joke.
I'm gonna say Lake Michigan 1, Mandy 0.
Man, that was our first time on like decent waves. That's a struggle. I'm starving. I don't know about you.
Appetizers at Champions right here.
Let's get cooking a little bit with this view. So if you're ever up in this area, definitely stop by the main place is the Pierce Stocking Scenic Drive. It's a very cool drive. There's lots of pull-offs where you can get some nice overlooks out on the lake, see the dunes, everything like that. Also, the beach that we went to was Esh Beach,
Yes.
I believe.
Yeah.
Pretty beach. There's a few around here. Couple are walking distance. That one was literally just drive right up, a few steps down, and you were on the water. So that was really, really nice.
It was huge too. So much space at the beach. And just like that, our bellies are full and it's time to go catch an epic sunset.
Because in case you didn't know, Lake Michigan sunsets are one of the best. Good morning, guys. So we found a cool spot to stay the night last night. It's called Platte Plains Bass Lake Loop. Handful of little trails out here to walk around. But most importantly, there's a cool spot to go fishing.
Time to catch some dinner.
I don't know about that, but
I mean, one can hope.
yeah. Anyway, yeah, so just a short little walk. So you can sleep overnight here. Didn't see any signs saying that you couldn't, so that's pretty cool. And then honestly, just a short little walk right here. There is pit toilets, I think, yeah, there is. Just over there, and then right down the short little trail, we've got Bass Lake.
So a small walk to find some better water to fish has led to a 3.5 mile loop.
It's pretty out here though.
Yeah. So listen, Kind of tempting to pick all these mushrooms, try to make something for dinner, but we're not exactly sure what they are, so we're gonna go ahead and leave them. If anybody knows what kind of mushrooms they are, and if we should have eaten them, let me know. Welcome to Empire. We're gonna take a little walk around this little town. We stopped here last night to watch the sunset, but we didn't really walk around town and see what there was here, so we're gonna check it out.
Just so happened there's a little farmer's market going on, so we got some fresh fruit and veggies.
Total score: cherries, apples, some cool looking little plums, some mushrooms, some garlic, cucumbers.
Cucumbers. Yummy. That's a beautiful paddle. Anybody up in this area? Glen Haven. I know it's kind of windy out here, probably hard to hear, but a little less wavy, but man, the water is crystal clear, perfectly blue.
A lot more manageable for me. A lot more manageable. Look, my hair's still dry, so that ought to tell you something.
Man, it's awesome up here.
Beautiful. So the next leg of this little trip took us to, what, downtown Traverse City? We'll take a walk around, find some souvenirs, find some food.
So like 30 minutes basically east of Sleeping Bear Sand Dune area is Traverse City. That's where we're at now. A lot of nice little shops, cool places to eat, things to check out. Plus you can take, I think it's called Peninsula Drive, out to the end out there and definitely see some good views. Looks pretty good.
I mean, it's about time. I'm ready. Do you want my onions?
No. So after dinner.
Oh, are we gonna talk about this?
Yeah. My awesome parallel parking job was not so awesome because apparently it was in front of a fire hydrant. And as we came out of the restaurant, the van was getting towed.
Oh
so
my gosh.
Pay for a quick drop fee, talk to the cop for a minute, $15 parking ticket, yeah. No big deal. So
it was an epic parallel parking job though.
Yeah. So anyway, we thought it was strange that it was the only spot open in the middle of Traverse City.
Lesson learned.
Yep. So now we headed up to Mission Point Lighthouse. It's at the very north end of M37 up here.
We're in a good parking spot, I promise.
Yep. Yeah, it's definitely cool up here. If anybody's been up here or hasn't been up here, if you're in the Traverse City area, nice place to check out. Short little drive, 15 miles, I think, up M37 from downtown Traverse City, and you come up to the lighthouse at the very tip of the peninsula here. Check it out.
Fun fact I just learned. A few hundred feet north of here, it's the 45th parallel. It's halfway between the equator and the North Pole.
Well, good morning. We found a nice place to stay on the west arm of Traverse Bay. I think it was tucked right between that and Lake Leelanau. Just a boat ramp actually that allows overnight parking, so we stayed there. I think we're gonna head out, drive around a little bit, get some food, get some coffee.
Yes.
All right, let's see what we can do.
I'd say we did pretty good. That was a pretty great breakfast, yes?
Yeah, what was that called?
It was called the Greenhouse Cafe.
No, what we ate.
Oh, Benedict's Neptune or something.
Yeah, it was crab cakes with eggs Benedict.
How can you go wrong with that?
I know, right? So we stopped in one of the shops and there was a whole list of things to do in the area, and we saw, I guess one of the cool places to check out is the Grand Traverse Commons.
Yeah.
It's actually the site of an old insane asylum, so.
Even better.
Yeah, because, I mean, we're kind of a little bit crazy sometimes.
These are our people.
So, I guess there's a handful of hiking trails, and there's there's a botanical garden in the area, so we're gonna check that out, and
let's go.
Yep, so what I read was correct. Back in 1885, the state hospital opened just outside of Traverse City is now what is called Grand Traverse Commons. All this land behind the hospital is used as self-sustaining farm operation, partially worked by the patients as a form of therapy. So now they've converted them over to hiking trails and nature trails for everybody to get out there. So eventually the hospital began declining, and so with it the farming operations. As patient numbers dropped, there were fewer hands to work the farm and less need for it. So in 1957, the operation ended. So now this is what we have, is they're converting the old facility itself, the large buildings, over into shopping, places to eat, things like that.
A lot of weddings and events held here too.
Right after Hippie Tree, which is kind of neat in its own way, you take a right turn just past that on the trail and you come to the Cathedral of Trees. If anybody knows what this is in the Grand Traverse Commons area, let us know in the comments. This is strange.
The door's open.
So we're gonna hike around a little bit more, check out the botanical garden, see that, and I think that's gonna pretty much wrap this trip up. Thanks for following us along on this spur of the moment trip up to Upper Michigan, where we did some stand-up paddleboarding on Lake Michigan, saw some dunes, hung out in Traverse City area. Check this place out.
It was a pretty full weekend.
It was a great time. If you want to check out where we're headed next, be sure to follow us on Instagram. And as always, thanks for watching, guys.
Bye, guys.